Are we ready to hear? Are we ready to listen now? Okay. I'll take a sip of some good old Jim Beam. Ah.
That's the best time to play this game.
Oh yeah. So I'm like, all right. The second lock. I unlocked that one. All right. Now, this time I'm inside the house. All right. Everything is pitch black. I'm like, okay. So usually I always scream, "Honey, I'm home," right? And then she always be like, "Okay, babe, I got dinner downstairs, you know what I'm saying? Cool, 'cause I just got off work, I'm tired, I'm ready to eat, I'm laying in bed after that, play the game a little bit." So none of that happened. It's pitch black. I'm like, okay, this is odd, right? Usually, she like to wear my shoes, my Crocs, around the house and stuff. So I never, really pay no mind, but I saw a pair of Crocs that was right by the door that looked brand new, and I'm like, okay, maybe she got me a gift, but it was a color of mine that I wouldn't prefer. So I'm like, okay, it's obviously not my Crocs, not hers either. Orange. Yeah. Yeah. So. And it can't be hers because they're obviously, there was like a size 13, some pretty big Crocs, some pretty big orange Crocs, right? Right, exactly. So I proceed to go upstairs, right? So now, mind you, it's still pitch black dark. I can't even see.
This is a two-story home.
Yeah, two stories, yeah. So I go up.
Yeah, I should have known that from the beginning. Now it's gonna be hard to judge the outcome, but go ahead, I'll try to work with it.
Okay, all right, just bear with me now. Just bear with me. Bear with me now. So I go upstairs, all right.
The porch light still on? When you went in, did you leave the porch light on?
I left the porch lights on.
Okay.
Yes.
You say usually it's off, so I figured out of habit you would have shut it off.
No, I left it on because, at this time I was fucking with the lock, so I needed the light. So at that time I didn't even think to turn the light off. After seeing the whole seeing the whole house dark, that's the only light source I had. So, at that point I was just on.
When you walk in the door for the house?
No, it's a weird circuit. You got to go all the way to the back of the house to turn on everything. It's weird.
That's very weird.
Very. Yeah. Yeah. So I go upstairs, right? I proceed just to walk slow, and then I'm just hearing knocking, right? Right. So I go upstairs real slow, and then I see lights, like the LED lights is like it's red, right? And it's flashing. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, right? So I go inside the room, right? I put my face to the door, and the knocking is loud. I was like, what the fuck, right? No sound. I'm just hearing knocking, red lights, right? So I my heart started racing, right? And I don't want to just barge in there. I don't know what I'm going to expect. So myself, I'm a deep thinker, so I'm just thinking of ways on how I'm going to go about with this, right? So
how long do you think you were thinking about this?
For like a solid 20 seconds.
Damn, I mean, in that 20 seconds, man, he could have busted the minute, and next thing you know, you got a baby now. All right, go ahead.
So.
That was intrusive, though, man. You didn't think very straight there. You should have known, damn, I gotta pull that thing out. If it happens to be you now, I gotta pull it out now. That's all I would have thought.
So.
I don't want to raise no other baby. I know that. Not if it's not my baby. Very single shit. I walked in and my food was big tired. I got you. Go ahead. So you said they're figuring for 2.5 minutes.
Yeah. 20 seconds, right? Just yes. I gotta just observe everything, right? So, I slowly, open the door, right? Push it open, and it's just nothing in there. There's nobody. It's just a speaker and it's just playing like dubstep music, like doosh, 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 doosh. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Who the fuck was in here? Like what the hell's going on, right? So turn the light on, and there's nobody in there. So I'm like, where the fuck is everybody at? Usually, my girl and my brother, but it's obviously my brother's room. So I'm like, all right. So I go to my room, in my girl room.
Why is your girl in your brother's room?
That's the thing. Nobody was in my brother's room, but that's where the sound was coming from. So I'm like, all right.
So it's your brother you're thinking 16 with?
Nah.
Well, hold on. Let him get through it.
Because my brother's gone. Like, my brother, he's gone. He's working. Right? So I go in the other room, and
Now, is this on the same floor in this room?
yeah, same floor, same floor.
Is the door on the same side as the other door?
It's on the opposite side.
Right.
Yes, it's on the opposite side.
Okay.
I'm just
Is it a carpeted floor or a hardwood floor?
it is a carpeted floor.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So all my steps is real soft, and I'm pretty light. I'm like 160, so all my steps, not gonna make that much movement. So I open the door.
Now, how
Look.
big a girl you say? What would you say? Like 280, 290?
Oh nah, she's more like 125. About 5'5".
13 foot?
Nah, that's the thing. So I'm like, and my brother don't wear this size, so I'm like, who shoes is this? So after a while, I went.
Wow, how long you waiting this time? You get right
No. So like, not after a while, it's in a long time, but like, I scoped the area out, right? That's when, after a while, I'm just standing because I'm just like, what's going on? Where's everybody, right? That's when, all of a sudden, I just like hear like somebody's like, trying to be quiet, like a slow whisper, like. So now I'm like, what the hell? I instantly like get in crouch mode like I do in GTA, and I just start like walking towards the sound. Cause I'm like, what is that? Why is that coming from my room? Right? Why is this? Who's whispering? Cause it's more than one person, more than one whisper. So I'm like, all right. So I do the same thing I did with the first door. I put my ear to the door, and I just hear like, what are you gonna say? I don't know. So I'm just like, ain't no way. So this time I changed like my action. This like the last time I just slowly opened the door. This time I bust in there. So I say, boom, and then like flick on the light, and I just see my girl, and she's like butt naked. She's like pull the blanket up. She's like, oh, Marcus, what are you doing? And I'm like, by the way, my name is Marcus. So, and I'm like, what am I doing? What are you doing? And she's like, oh, nothing. Hey, I thought she was gonna still be at work. I'm like, nah, they let me go because it was too many people. So I'm home early. So I'm like, I was trying to finish until I got rudely interrupted by a rocket on somebody on the oppressor Mark II. It's like I was saying. I don't know either. If y'all, you know, respect my story, you would tell that person to not do it again because that's very rude and unethical. Please, I warn you. Next time is going to be some consequences. Anyway, so she's just, you know, making real small talk, small chatter, trying to get me to like go downstairs and do this and that. And I'm just looking at her and like she's like, you know, her hair a little fuzzy and shit. I'm like, what, like you just woke up? What you doing? Like, you know, like why you what you got going on? She's like, oh nah, nothing. I was just finna go cook. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and can you put the meat out on the oven and stuff for me, and I go ahead and get to it. And I'm like, all right, I got you, right? So I turn clockwise. Nah. I slowly walked away, and you know I turned clockwise because you know this is the thing. Like I didn't want to you know do too much, so I moved clockwise, right? And then you know my peripheral vision is pretty wide, so when I turned around, I seen that like the bed was like, you know, kind of odd. So I did a full 360.
What do you mean by that?
By odd as in like, you know, so she was, you know, sitting up, the cover was, you know, she was under the covers and stuff. And like, usually I'm a wild sleeper. So like sometimes the pillows be like everywhere. Like sometimes they'll be like on the headboard, they'll be like at the end of the bed, they'll be on the floor and like this and that, you know. I'm used to that. Usually being like on top of the bed, under the bed, because, you know, I like to have, you know, pads, you know, on my legs, you know, and stuff. So I noticed that the pillow pattern was off. You know, it was, you know, more so like a straight line. It wasn't like, you know, in different places. So I do a 360 and I'm like, you mind handing me my, you know, my Apple Watch on the dresser? Now the dresser's on the other side of where she is, you know, laying down at. So she's like, oh, okay, I got you. And then, you know, this is what she does, right? Are y'all listening? All right. So, you know, she, you know, just trying to, I still can't really remember what she was, you know, saying. We was just, you know, having real small talks. So she, you know, she's like, okay, I reach it for you. We should get it for you. So she, you know, slowly goes under the cover, right? And as she tries to reach, like, for the Apple Watch, you know, it's pretty much further than what she can reach. And I know that, you know, because she got to reach across the whole bed. She's only, like, so much big. So she reaches across and, you know, mind you, she's like brown skin, you know. So as she reaches across, you know, obviously, of course, yeah, nice little red bone, you know. So, you know, as, you know, physics would do it, if you normally reach, your body gets lower. So she got low enough to where she's kind of like under the covers and she's making little sounds and stuff like, Okay, this motherfucker named TKO just killed me and I'm trying to talk. Can you please, before I get out my motherfucking, what's this shit called? Hold on. I'll pull out my weapons. Oh. Pull up my goddamn atomizer. Alright, see, I'm losing my train of thought and motherfuckers killing me and shit. Please. Like, can you please? So, like I was saying, like physics would do it. If you normally reach across the bed, your body get lower. So, you know, she was reaching, she was making little sound effects like, okay, I'm gonna reach it, I got it, right? So, you know, so her hands go under the covers, and I see a hand, you know, grab the Apple Watch, but it doesn't match the skin tone. Like, it's kind of like more of a thick hand, and like more chocolatey, you know, mind you, she's a red bone, so it's more of a, like a chocolate wrist. Grab the iPhone, you know, and then she doesn't like, you know, throw it. She like, you know, touches it back, sits back upright, and she's like, here you go. And then like she tosses it to me, and I'm like, hey, thanks. She's like, don't mention it. And I'm like, what's up with your arm? Why is it like bruised? Like, you good? Like, what's wrong? And she's like, oh, nothing. I kind of burned it using the flat iron. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. But then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and can somebody please stop fucking killing me? Jesus. Lucky I'm not even looking at the TV, man. I'm trying to have like it's the point where I done sat the controller down, done recline my seat back. I'm not even looking at the TV. I feel like I was, you know, I had the floor to talk and vent, but now I just keep on hearing myself get exploded and shit. It's like, it makes no sense. So I was like, do you need some ice for your wrist, you know? She's like, yeah, that'd be perfect. And I'm like, all right, can I see it? Like, is it like slowly? Might have to test it to the ER. Like, might have to get it cut off because it looked pretty bruised. Like, it was pretty swole. And she was like, oh nah, this always happens all the time. You know, it's always just, you know, comes in and out. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, this is, you know, first time I'm ever seen it. You know, she's like, oh, well. Yeah, it's good. It's okay. And I'm like, okay. So then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and put that meat on the stove for you. She's like, okay, thank you.
What kind of meat was that?
It was some chicken wings. Yeah, thaw it out, you know. Yeah. So as I turned around again. I went downstairs, but then I went back up and I was like, hey, question, who Crocs are they? And then when I went back in the room, I saw the bed shift a little bit. And I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, oh, nah, I kind of had like a twitch in my leg. So I'm like, okay, that's normal. Usually she be doing some weird shit, like she'll like twitch or make like weird sounds. I'm like, okay, that's nothing new. But then I'm like, okay, but like, why is your leg hanging off the bed? Like, and you laying like straight. She's like, and she was just like, why you worrying about so much shit? And she was like, just go ahead and put the meat on the stove. And then I'm like, I'm just looking at her kind of funny, right? Because I'm like what the, like, I'm just like, something feels odd. And then like, swear out of nowhere, like 5 seconds later, I heard, she said put me on the fucking stove. And I'm like, what the fuck? Who the fuck said that shit? Hey, and then I'm like, who the fuck is that? And then I just see this motherfucker just sit up, this big Braun Strowman looking dude, like with a fucking beard, bald head, like a fucking, like he's fucking John Cena. I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? And he's like, she said, put the fucking meat on the stove. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this motherfucker looks like Tom Brady with muscles, like solid, like dude is big, like he's a bodybuilder. I'm like, yo. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Like, who the fuck is this dude? Like for real. Like, I'm like, huh? No, I didn't even get down there because like I heard that voice and then dude sit up and he started looking at me and I'm looking at him and he looking at me, looking at him, and I'm looking at him, looking at me, looking at him, and I'm like, who the fuck are you? And he like, she was just like, she had her face was so priceless. She was just like she was just stuck. Like, she was stuck. At some point, she was like slowly like scooting, like trying to like scoot under the cover. I said, hey bitch, you sit up because you who the fuck is this dude? And dude like, who the fuck are you? And I'm like, who the fuck are you? And he like, who the fuck are you? And then we had like this whole fucking back and forth of like who the fuck each other was. And I'm like, dude, why are you in my house? Like that's and then all of a sudden I just see this dude charge at me, right? So when he charged at me, like his eyes was red, like yes, dude was like a solid 6'5", about 240, pure muscle. I'm like 6'2", about 180. Hey, woman is a push, all right? Woman is a push. I'm built more like a action figure, you know, one of them teenage action figures. Yeah, not Barbie, more like a Power Ranger type action figure. Like, you know, I'm pretty solid. I'm pretty defined, you know. Got a few cuts. I got more legs though, but that's besides the fucking point. So this dude charged at me, right? And like he charged, and I look at her, and I'm like, who the fuck? And as soon as she was like, his name is Bruce. I feel this man wrap around me, and at this point, yes, his name is Bruce, right? This point, Bruce fucking spears my ass down the stairs, and I'm looking at her as I'm falling, and I'm like, you bitch. And he like, ah.
So, do you think that she's cheating on you, or do you know she's cheating on you? She's cheating on you? That's...
Well, nobody can say hanging out, but you know that if you don't know you or something.
Like, but the thing is, like we started fighting like after we like fell down the stairs, tussling and shit. And I'm like, we still going at it, like, who the fuck are you? And he like, who the fuck are you? And I'm like, who the fuck are you? And like, who the fuck are you? Yes, like we going back and forth, like to the point where we dead ass like got cuts on each other. Like, it didn't even get on the stove to the, like we fighting, and then I just see her run down there like, guys, stop. And we like, no, shut the fuck up. We both tell her to shut the fuck up. But as we like, who the fuck are you? 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 I'm Bruce, nigga. I'm Martin. Who the fuck are you? Like this is the thing. We fighting, and I'm still like in the corner of my eye. I'm seeing her like, it's like, guys, stop. And she's walking back to the kitchen, and like she literally puts the chicken like inside the stove. Like, she takes it out, put it there. She's like, guys, stop. And she's like watching from a distance at this point, and we still fighting. Oh, fuck you. Oh, you. Like, we like really tussling, like to the point we get up, start spitting, like start cracking necks. Round two, fuck you, like, and she at this point, like the chicken thawed out, and she's like, guys, stop. So then she's still like to the point, like, bro, she's doing everything, like she's like seasoning it, like then fucking put on some music, then started cooking some rice, some green beans, the whole like menu. Then put the chicken in the oven while we're fighting, dude. Yes, like she started putting on some anime music, like, and it gets me turned up. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, and we still going at it, like. Yes. 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 Then he looked. That's where the story changed, because he looked down and he seen her, like my third leg, and he was like instantly his whole persona changed. Like, he seen it. He said, "Ew! Oh my God! What the fuck is that? Oh my God!" And I said, "What the fuck? Who the fuck are you?" That was my last. Who the fuck are you? And then he was like, "I'm Bruce, her gay friend. We were just chilling. We were just watching Netflix." And I'm like, I look at her. I'm like, why the fuck did this dude attack me? She's like, I'm sorry. He be having these random like tantrums, this and that, and he just got scared. And yeah. So like after a few minutes of what was like dust each other off, you know what I'm saying? We, come to terms, and we hang out for the night. We eat the chicken. The chicken was good. Yeah, it was good. So that's why I was uptight, because that whole episode just drove me up through there. Like, why does this gay dude like spear me off the top of the fucking house down the stairs? Like, just because he got scared. Like, come on, are you like? So yeah, sorry.
I think the chicken should have been fried.
It was kind of late night, that grease would have, been bad on me in the morning.
I mean, at this point, once the man is a fucking house, he's going to fly the thing, fucking wall.
True, yeah. Yeah, like, we were just going at it, and... But...
Oh my God!
Nah, I think she's not. I don't think she is. I don't think she's not, I don't think she's cheating on me, yeah. That roasted chicken, it was pretty good. With the rice and green beans. Yeah. Yeah. Not too bad. Yeah, man, it was just, someone just had to get off my chest. I mean, but he had to understand the full story. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. You should follow my TikTok. I do more, you know. I do more of these. Yeah. I gotta get a little bit. So yeah, that's the time I thought Tom Brady was fucking my bitch. Usually, you know, I don't really judge, but after that, gotta get more, you know, gotta get more political.